back to Talking Web Marketing, and today we're doing something a little bit different. We're doing a quick tip episode, and I'm going to be running these each and every week. So these quick tip episodes are where I'm going to be sharing some really short traffic tips with you each and every week that relates to Google ads, Facebook ads, or really any kind of website traffic generating strategy, paid or organic. So for our first quick tip episode, I'm going to talk about Google display ad banner sizes, and really the main ad unit sizes you really only need to worry about, and importantly, the ones you don't. So let's jump right into today's episode. Welcome back to the Talking Web Marketing podcast with myself, Ilana Wexler. This is a show where we reveal the best tips, tricks, and tactics to increasing your website traffic and then converting that traffic into leads and sales. We also discuss what's working right now in the ever-changing world of web marketing so you can apply it to your business. What's going on, my friends? Ilana Wexler here from Talking Web Marketing. And as mentioned in the intro, in this quick tip episode, we're going to be talking about Google banner ad unit sizes on the Google Display Network. So if you're unfamiliar what the Google Display Network is, or otherwise known as the GDN, essentially that is showing banners to people who are reading articles on the website. So for our American listeners, it might be reading an article on the New York Times, or our Australian listeners, it might be the Sydney Morning Herald, for example. So when you're reading your article or just generally browsing around the web, what I'm talking about are the banner ads that you see while perusing around on various publisher websites. So many people do this form of advertising, especially through their remarketing campaigns, where people have come to their website before and therefore their banner ads are following them around, as awful as that sounds. And so therefore, if you are doing this, then you no doubt have had to select and create some ad unit sizes to implement in your account. So that's what we're talking about today. Now, as you probably know, there are a bunch of different ad unit sizes that you can run, and it's quite overwhelming when you read the Google Help article and see all the multitude of different banner ad unit sizes that you can run. And if you've hired a graphic designer, you know that the costs certainly add up pretty quickly when you start factoring in different headlines you might want to test and different designs. Roll that out across all the different ad unit sizes, and suddenly you've racked up lots and lots of graphic design costs. So today's episode is really just to highlight which ad unit sizes are the most important ones to focus on, and equally important, which ones I wouldn't even bother wasting your time getting an ad unit size created on, so you can save that money and use that money elsewhere, hopefully on spending more money on ads, right? So that's why this is really important. So let's go through some of these commonly used main ad unit sizes that I would highly recommend that you use. And the first is by far and away the most commonly used ad unit size, which is 300 by 250. So 300 pixels by 250 pixels. And they always mention the width of the banner size first. So 300 pixels across, or the width, by 250 pixels vertically. Okay, so it's also known as a medium rectangle, or medrec if you're in the industry with the lingo, and that is by far and away the most commonly used ad unit sizes, which I would highly recommend you use in your campaigns. The next commonly used one is 728 or 728 by 90. So 728 pixels across by 90 pixels down. This is also otherwise known as the leaderboard. And I'm sure if you've been, reading any articles or, noticing banner ad unit sizes around, then you've no doubt experienced this leaderboard placement, as it is a very, very commonly used ad placement. So that's another one that we definitely recommend you use. Another common one I also recommend you use is 160 by 600. So that's this sort of long skinny one down the side of a page, or it is not so skinny, but there is a smaller ad unit size of the 120 by 600, but we actually recommend the 160 by 600. It will give you more space and it still will give you plenty of impressions as well. All right. If you are running a sort of an optimized mobile campaign as well, you might also want to try a mobile banner ad unit size of 320 by 50. All right, so there are a whole bunch of other banner ad unit sizes that you may see floating around, by like 468 by 60, and as I mentioned, the 120 by 600, and the 970 by 90, and square ones of 200 by 200. Honestly, I haven't actually worked it out, but I think there must be up to like 25 or 30 different banner ad unit sizes. So you can imagine how expensive those costs can rack up to be when you start rolling all those different ad unit sizes out, as well as multiplying that across all the different elements that you might be testing. So we are all about spending our money wisely, so we only really test those 3 to 4 main ad unit sizes first, and then we will test those first before we start considering any other ad unit sizes. I have an extra bonus tip for you on this. Is when you are testing different messaging and creative and design elements in your banners, I would do all your different variations in one ad unit size first. So take the 300 by 250 or MedRec banner size, create all your variations that you want to test in just that one ad unit size. So you might even have up to 12 different variations of the 300 by 250 ad unit size with, the different headlines and design, etc. Roll those different banner ad unit sizes first, and then once you've got the winning top 2 to 3 winners in that ad unit size, then roll that messaging and creative out into the other sizes that we have suggested on today's episode. And this will further conserve some of your costs, but also it will eliminate the variability of ad unit size being a factor in click-through rate and conversion rate, etc. So for a proper test, pick one of the ad unit sizes first, roll them out in all their different variations, and then when you get the winners, then you can roll out in some further ad unit sizes. So there you have our quick tip episode. I hope you found this helpful. If you like this kind of episode, I'd love for you to let me know. You can leave a review on iTunes, or you can even let me know personally. However you decide to get in contact with me, that's totally fine. We're going to make some show notes available for this episode, so you can head on over to talkingwebmarketing.com. That actually does redirect you to the podcast section of my website called greenarrowdigital.com, and we're going to make some show notes available for you so that you can download these ad unit sizes and you don't have to frantically write them down and remember them, because I can imagine it is pretty confusing of what was that number, and is it 250 by 300 or 300 by 250, etc. So not to worry, we'll make a resource available to you for you to download, and stay tuned for more episodes like this. Talk to you soon. You have been listening to the Talking Web Marketing podcast. For more information or resources on today's episode, head on over to talkingwebmarketing.com.